WrestleRoni back again. Phil Picasso is my friend. Birdman Phil Picasso wrestling, Australian wrestling legend. How we doing, my friend?
G'day. I'm not Phil Picasso. I'm Birdman Picasso.
That's Phil Picasso. Chicken George Birdman. Time for you to go and smoke some bird seed. And you know what Phil Picasso likes doing? Where did I put it? Oh, I've been working so many hours, Lou. Spooky.
Yeah.
Cheers, brah.
Cheers.
I got this off the Milky Bar Kid's last show.
Congratulations, I saw. Congratulations, you got that, punk.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I'd just like to say a thank you to all my sponsors, all the other fat cats. Big show tomorrow night for the Kangaroo, AWS, Morthdale, RSL. I've been indoors 6:30, 7 o'clock, all on my website. Well, it might, by the time this come out, it might be tonight. Anyhow, the 24th, mate. Unreal show. It's going to be unreal, mate. Teacher's going to be there. And I think Buzz is going to be there too, mate. Awesome show, mate. Already sold quite a few tickets. I always like to say thank you to all. And you know what, mate? You might think I'm after your belt, but I'm really after Bruiser. I'm telling my gatekeeper.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Bruiser, I got your number, bro.
We
Anyhow,
still got beef. Still got beef there.
thank you to all. And that video you made me, that real, mate, from the heart, bro. I couldn't have done a better job myself. Absolutely beautiful work. And I can't wait, Wrestling Allegiance Rockhampton, to ask you what app you're using. Maybe we can share apps, mate. These guys are on the ball, mate. The #1 in Queensland. And who else have I forgotten? AWE, when I come back, Minai. Jack, I'm going to teach him to be a Buddha because he's going to do a booty match against the Milky Bar Kid the show after, mate. And let's continue, mate. I just put this belt
everywhere.
Have a look at it. She's a beauty, mate. The skippy belt, hardcore skippy belt, mate. I bled for this belt. I bled all over it. Sorry, Lou, I might be speaking a bit too loud. That guy in Australia was whinting about me screaming. I'll keep it down a bit, man. Maybe a bit too much C4.
Yeah, raise some hell. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to do. Phil Picasso.
Cheers. So happy to go to war. And the Queensland legend ended up in hospital, mate. All the best, bro. We've got this, man. Looking out for you, mate. I say a prayer for the big fella, mate. He always looks after me. I don't know why. I'm the biggest celebrity in London, mate. Maybe because I look after all the kids, man. I don't know, man, you know. I don't know. I just like being a good person, mate. I'm a nice person outside the ring, but once you get in the ring, especially if you get a Birdman Picasso booty match or Phil Picasso, Birdman's in there smoking birdseed, Phil Picasso's having a drink.
You heard it right. Phil Picasso heading to war, wrestling Allegiant Rockhampton, going to be up there. You're everywhere. And then when you're home, you're rubbing shoulders with Hollywood directors, movie stars, all these new names in APW.
And I've got a big show, nearly 200 tickets sold for the AWE show at Club Midnight.
AWE.
With my mate Psychotic, and that's one which I'm going to teach Jack, Liga, whatever his name is, how to become a Buddha. I can't do all the booty myself, man. I love those booty matches. They give me hell for it, mate. But I love those booty matches. They're my favourites. The fans can't get enough of those booty matches.
How does a booty match work?
Hey, what about you, cowboy? You big fat cowboy? No neck. Oh, so unreal, mate.
How does that work? What makes a booty match different than your regular average day match?
A booty match is a real match where you either make it or break it, man. It's when Picasso hears all the people screaming, it all gets in my head, I become a different person. And it's not me anymore, it's my fans. And my fans are trying to say, man, you don't belong in the ring. You're stinking up the show. And you got to prove to them that you're tough enough, that you're APW material. Because you see, I had this big hassle, mate. I've got this bloke that thinks he's a Ninja Turtle, and I've got this other bloke that, you know, a skinny little runt. And let's talk about that Aussie broadcast shit.
What was that all about?
What happened that day? Listen to this, mate. I get rung up by some skinny little guy that calls himself a wrestler to drive the wrestling truck for a fed that just pinched my best mate's venue, and I'm not on the card.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Bad mood, mate. It was all over the net. And 2 years later, we're still carrying on about it, mate. Must probably give me a big phone call. It doesn't work that way. Well, sweet, right? Booty match for you, a booty match for Kasaya, a booty match for the Gray brothers, especially you, Grant. Ooh, you told me one more time, I'm going to smack in that. Well, time to change, mate. Look at me, I'm a cat. Sorry, man, I'm very passionate. There's a lot of shit going on in the Aussie circle. Birdman with the APWs. Bang, 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 bang. You too, Tilly. Smashing the tea party.
Damn right. I see it. The world sees it, man. You guys are shining. You're showing what the hell's up, and you're smashing them, like you said. Hell yeah. Light them up.
Mate, you know, they tried burying me in the past, my character, but it wouldn't surprise me if they bury me for real this time. I'm ready, mate. I've got nothing to lose, mate. Nothing to lose. I'm an old man anyhow. I'm just having a ball, man. Wrestling's never been more fun, mate. I love being a fat cat. I should have done it years ago, losing $2,000 a month. Lucky to get 40 people at my show, but I have a ball, and those 40 people, they all leave happy. They get in there, you know what I mean? Like if a fan says, your name is no name, that's your shit. No whether they call you no name, your shit. And the next thing I go, yay! And I'll make that fan feel so important because she came out with such a nice saying, you know, just pump the shows up. You know, the shows are not about me, the show's about my fans and my wrestlers. When you come to an APW, I won't even call it a show, a party. Everyone goes home happy, man, you know what I mean? And they slowly come in. They slowly understand, man, I'm missing out on something here, man. This is completely different. Everyone's talking about it. These guys are mad, mate. So script, so real, like I explained to them. They call it wrestling fake on Aussie broadcast. It's not fake for me.
Oh, no.
APW is real, man. We don't follow the script. Let me tell you, last show, the Milky Bar kid said, Birdman, I'll hang backstage and I'll come out at the end of the crowd and go, ooh. I listened to his bullshit. Didn't listen out here. I went out there, man, and fans were screaming for him. We all know what the lazy shit was up to, mate. He trains elsewhere. They don't put him on the show. Then he comes to my show and training. And Psychotic went backstage. Hey, listen, man, Birdman's in his 50s and doing 2 matches. He'd only want to do 5 minutes. And the fans would go, Milky Bar, Milky Bar. And I had the Milky Bars underneath my hat. Milky Bar, Milky Bars on me. Anyhow, stuck the screen. We dragged him out. My APW champ, Bruiser. You think wrestling's fake? Take him on. Nikki Poteet, sorry, Nikki. My APW female women's champ. Mate, she can smash most guys. She broke my nose. I'm so proud of her. They dragged him out for me, man. Someone script dragged him out. And we held him there with midnight. And we tied his hands to the post. And we opened up for him, mate.
I saw.
The next show is the booty match. Let's see if he goes running to the same letters, different order. Let's see if he's a Nintendo boy. Well, let's see if he's a Ashley APW hardcore shoot. We wrestle for real. Stop the rest, man. Sorry, Luke.
No, how the hell do you do it at your age?
I'm very passionate, mate. I'm so pumped to be able to go to war. Mate, Cole, get better, bro, man. We're going to Rockhampton, brother. Please, you Queensland legend, mate. Ah, Jesus, help me out.
Phil, you're rocking and rolling. You've been doing it since 1994, and you're looking better than ever. You're still going out there, giving an ass kicking, taking an ass kicking. How the hell are you doing it, man? Like, you're everywhere.
I've got it here, mate. Let me just find it. Look, it's in my lunch bag here, mate. Okay. What have we got here? We got some bone charges to keep doing. Here we are, mate. We got the old no-nos to keep me awake, man. I work a lot of hours to pump the money into APW. I don't care how much I lose, as long as it's real, man. And yeah, brother, when you get old, you get a bit of lead in the pants. So you want to put a few feathers there, mate. Some testy booster, mate. Not only does it help you down there, but man, you're just like mighty machine man.
Look at you. What the fuck? You blow my mind. You're an enigma.
Completely legal too, mate. In the mail. I think it comes from the States. Test, evil test. Testosterone support complex. Whatever, mate. It works, especially if you take double the amount.
Hell yeah. Especially if you take double the amount. Obviously.
I'm sleep with it, mate. My weights. When I open up my door, that's where I see my weights. You know what I mean? You know, it's incredible, mate. A person at my age shouldn't be doing what I'm doing, but I just can't help myself, and they just keep cheering and cheering and cheering and cheering. And the more cheers, the more years come off my age. And before I know, I feel like a 15-year-old boy in a school playground. You know what I mean? Train, untrained, who gives a shit, bro? We're just having fun, man. Train or untrained, maybe for pro wrestling, but this ain't wrestling, mate. This is Aussie Biffo. Something different, man.
Yes, yes. That's why I'm so much about it. You guys have your own unique flavor.
The Sex Pistols of wrestling, that's me. Johnny Rotten of wrestling.
I dig it. I dig
He
it.
said,
Why
I
not?
haven't got rotten teeth. I bought some new ones. Man, I always have a ball, mate, especially after a drink on your show, bro. Cheers to the Yankee Doodle, Western Virginia, and Wrestling Writers, mate. Oh, mate, they do some good shit, man. Especially that big guy holding the guy in the suplex forever, mate. What was that company called, mate? I put it on my webpage, mate.
Oh,
I love the
MV
indie scene,
Young.
mate.
Yeah, that's our boy MV Young from up in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I saw you enjoyed that, huh?
I love it, bro. Cheers to the indie scene, mate. You know what I mean? I
Love it.
watch the WWE and I give up, but then I'll see you guys, man. I know you're just like me, man.
That's what I was saying tonight. I was watching your show and I said they're just like us. The venue looks the same. The
Oh,
crowd looks the
man.
same. Hell yeah,
Feel
look
the
at
love,
us.
bro.
We ain't so different after all, Phil Picasso.
Oh, you're so cool, brother. You know what I mean? You let me scream, you let me do whatever I want, mate. When I'm on the Aussie broadcast, mate, it's like I'm in a box, bro. You can't do this, you're too loud. Like you said, man, trying to tell Phil Picasso to keep it down is like trying to show the priest, oh, let's not go there. What can I say? Tell a policeman you bashed a bloke in the street outside the ring or something stupid like that, mate. It just doesn't work, man. You just can't tell Phil Picasso to shut up, man. You know what I mean? That's him, man. He just can't help himself, man. You know what I mean? The people at work say, thank God you found pro wrestling. You're driving us mad. But Phil, Birdman, they all call me Birdman at work too, like.
Did they call you Birdman at work? They should. Damn right.
Yeah,
They call you Birdman at work.
Oh, mate, they came to my show and they're blowing, they tried jumping in the drink, mate. Oh, mate, it's so unprofessional, mate, but so beautiful, mate. You know what I mean? Like, man, you know, it works on trust. Everyone behaves himself. We don't need securities, mate. And you know what I mean? I'm so proud of my group, mate. Midnight, No Name. How's No Name, man? You know, bringing Bobo from the Mad Pizza. He's actually Johnny Boxer now, you know. I mean, I love that bloke, bro. The next show, man, I've got a real good angle for him, man. You know what I mean? I want that fucking wanting to drop a garbage bin on my head, sit on top of me or something, mate. My next show, mate, the 22nd of July down in Sydney, mate, it's going to be a killer, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I've got such storylines that are going to unfold over the next couple of weeks, man. There's a lot of surprises, a lot of turns, mate. And I heard that my favourite mate, All-Star, good luck, All-Star, they haven't got a show that night, so Mitch is going to come down and come and see me. So, Mikey Lord, you're not on the show, mate. He doesn't like you in the story, mate. You shouldn't have said that. Drink some more, bro. Sorry, Luke, I'll let you get a word in now, man.
Hey, you mentioned bringing people from work to wrestling. How cool is that? Bringing somebody that wouldn't be a usual wrestling fan, but now you get to show them your product. You got new eyes on pro wrestling because of you. How important is something like that?
Actually, I just want to say, Tony Sheeman, the Master of the Universe, he loves me, mate. He's a big bloke like this. Ex-dormant, mate. He's got a neck like this. And all the time, bro, all the time when I wrestle him at work, like we have a little bit of a muck around when no one's looking, mate. You know, we don't actually do suplex. We have a bit of a shoot match. So it's not pro wrestling outside the ring. So please don't hit me about the unprofessional untrained and all that bullshit again. I don't want to hear it, man. You know what I mean? I'll open up my wallet. That's enough. Anyhow, mate, I have a wrestling movie. He always goes with my neck. But I gave him a bit of a run. But you know what? I think he just let me, so I wasn't looking so bad in front of my mates. But it was a lot of fun wrestling with my work, mate. But he's about 300 pounds, man. I want to get him in the ring, mate. He's not untrained. So what? He can punch me in the head. I'll take a butt, mate. Give me a big chopper on my chest. Everyone will love that. Doesn't have to do a move. Everyone that jumped to the ring doesn't have to be a superstar. What? I started untrained, man.
Okay.
I started as a bodyguard. They all give me a hard time. It's like this, mate. The Sydney scene, brother. Sorry, mate, you want to get a word in?
No, go ahead. Tell me about the Sydney scene. What was you going to say?
Well, the Sydney scene, they give me a hard time because I stuck a couple of untrained people in the ring. And the problem was, those untrained people, I wouldn't let them wrestle anyone besides me. I'm willing to take the chance. If they hurt me, they're going to hurt me. Not my brothers, mate. You know what I mean?
On.
And the problem was, not like me and like other untrained people, only do what you get taught to do. They tried doing stuff they shouldn't have done because they hadn't been taught to do, and they nearly dropped me on my neck and made me look stupid, mate, and made the whole show look crap. And I apologise for that. That was my first show, and I've learned. What is wrong with a person that hasn't been trained to jump in the ring and give me a chop or a punch in the head? What is so evil? What is so bad about that? You know what I mean? You do what you can do. Everyone's got to start from somewhere. What, you think the WWE, every single wrestler they put in the ring had 10 years worth of training or something, mate? I get real, mate. But then it's all right for them to get on the net and break kayfabe and tell everyone that wrestling's fake. And I take offence because my wrestling is far from fake.
There you go. I get it. I totally get what you're saying. You know, what's so bad about having a guy come in there, give some chops?
I'm not break kayfabe, mate. This is how my Fed works. We do a script. I write a script for them. But once I go out there, I completely change it, mate. I do a Bret Hart special, mate. You might think you'd be going over, but my boy might not want to stay down. And if he's got the cognackies to carry on and give me a hard time and break the script, he's the one that's going to get my next title shot. That's how APW works. Get it, Tea Party boys? Now leave me alone. Sorry, man.
Well, how does that work out for you sometimes? I'm sure there's been some backlash to you just flipping it up once you go out the curtain. Tell me about some examples of pissing some guys off doing that.
Oh, the Melbourne guy. Yeah, the Melbourne guy, mate. And I'm John Hansel, mate, and he opened up and he said, Birdman, I don't want to stay down, mate. I don't want to lose to that fat loser, mate. You know what I mean? He's a bit of a dickhead, mate. There's a bloke that turned around and said he didn't know who I was, mate. But we all know who he was. The bloke that tried getting booked in every other state because Melbourne wouldn't have won him. And now he thinks he's going over, mate. And my boy goes out there, and I told him, no, you don't want to stay down, don't stay down. And he's told the referee, there's a quick 1, 2, 3. And so the next minute, he done that, mate. Brash gave the guy a bit of a hiding, gave him a good 4. Next minute, 1, 2, 3. The jerk gets up, looking around, oh, gee, what happened, man? And my boy's running up the street in his Speedos, mate, because he's shit scared, mate, ringing up, oh, he's threatening me, he's doing this, he's doing that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just laughing, mate. Anyhow, I have to sit with this turkey for the next 4 or 5 hours, mate. You know, and I'm just looking and wondering, mate, does he know or not? Does he know or not? Does he know or not? That was ace, mate. That was my first show. Everyone knew, my whole ring crew, and half the fans knew, mate. Hey, Luke. Louis, sorry, mate.
Yes, sir.
Spooky Luke, can I say something, brother? Sorry, I'm a little bit drunk, mate.
Good. Good. Even better, man. Good.
I'm going to get that for a minute, mate. There's some more drink, mate. Drink,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Drink my hard week, brother. Sorry, man.
You're good.
What do you think of that, Mr. Aussie broadcaster? Not you, the other bloke that broadcast me, mate. This one's so more exciting, mate. Sorry, man, but that one was pretty good too. But I just couldn't believe it. I'm driving home, brother. I'm driving home and watching this broadcast, and there's this bloke saying, wrestling's fake. I'll say it again. Wrestling's fake. Do you open up your wallet, mate, for you to say that, you piece of dirt? Mate, he's got to kill me now, man. He's got to come after me. I opened up a can of worms, mate. They're all going to hate me, man.
I think you're allowed to open up any can of worms you want to. You're Phil Picasso.
What have we got to do? Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate. Holy shit. And somebody's still keeping up your cage match. I just checked your cage match. Your most recent match from this past weekend's even on there.
Thank you, Richard. That's my friend Richard, mate.
Dude, look at you. Hell
and thank you, Louise. Your commentating was unreal, man. You know what I'm talking about, mate. Thank you too, guys, mate. Love yous, man. Thank you for coming to my last show and supporting ABW.
Hell
Is there anything you do, anything you want, any type of match, you let me know, man. And thank you, John Boxer. Thank you, War. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Mr. Star, for making me the man I am, man. 10 seconds. Let's not go there. Sorry, man. I'm drunk. Hope I haven't turned a few of my fans off and a few of the facts from coming to my next show. But I really don't care, mate. $100 there, $100 there. I don't really care, man. I'm just having a ball, man. You know what I mean?
I can tell. I can tell. And you mentioned all those names. You've got a lot of good folks around you right now, it seems like.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, once again, I'm putting the storylines again. I'm on the freeway with Psychotic, Buzz and Scott, man, and they work in the crowd. They're doing some beautiful shit, man. You know what I mean? And I worked out this way. It's a bit rough. It's not the best footage. One phone on the here and one phone there, mate. That's all I can afford, man. You know what I mean? I can't afford photographers, mate. You know what I mean? I've got to cut back everywhere, you know? You know, fill up my club and I'll start paying people. But if the club doesn't fill up, I can't pay people. So get out there and support me, man. You all look at my reel. Why don't you actually come to the show? Not you people in America. I don't expect you, but you Sydney people, mate, you know? You're missing out on something good. And pretty soon, mate, you know, you don't come to shows, mate. It's probably have to fold up. Doubt that, mate.
It's like you said, they're missing out, though.
They eventually start coming around. They eventually realise they're missing out on something good, mate.
Mm-hmm. Obviously,
maybe stop showing reels, mate, but that wouldn't be fair. Maybe just show reels to the international people, mate, and the interstate.
I dig it.
It's a ball going up to Rockhampton, mate. I can't wait for that, Lou.
I know you.
Can't wait for that, mate.
I know you're excited for it. A lot of us are excited for it. Can't wait to see that footage.
Well, I've cut back all my Sydney shows, mate. Not doing no more Sydney shows till I get there because, mate, I don't want to get hurt. Saving myself for that, you know. And the old hip was playing up the other day, but, mate, I was doing 130 kilo deadlifts the other day for 6 or 7 reps. So I think the hip's all right, mate. It's a bit painful, but a bit of heat cream off you go, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. Got something bulging in my lower back, but who cares, man? That's been like that the last 30 years.
You're a tough son of a bitch, man. You're a psycho. I love it. Good shit.
I got to train at home, have the heat cream close by, mate. I'll never make it at the gym, mate. Stink the place out, mate. Oh, that's sore, mate. That's all right, mate. Throw a bit of heat cream on it, mate. She'll be right, mate. Have a good feed, drop a couple of anti-inflammatory pills. You'll be right, Birdman. Strap her up. Off you go.
Man, tell the folks about. I believe
I'm
it's
looking
show
good, man.
before
I'm looking pumped, bro. Gee, just looking at myself. Sorry, man. I'm drunk.
Get
Hey, you
drunk.
guys there, man. All right, Phil.
Hell yeah. That's why we wanted you on here. Show before last, you busted yourself open before you even started the match, hitting yourself. And so you managed to wrap your head up with a sweater so you didn't scare the kids, I believe.
Nah, no pair of orange tights, man. And they put in the last Rockhampton film clip. I hope you don't want me to wear those tights because I threw them out. They're full of blood, mate. They make me look like a bloody fucking social worker or something, like a road worker or something. Mate, I'm far from a road worker, that's for sure, brother. Fluorescent orange, mate. Terrible things. You know what, mate? I hate tights, man. Absolutely hate tights, man. You know, sometimes some feds make me wear them and it's their card, I make them wear them, you know what I mean? But absolutely hate them, mate. I love wrestling in my jeans, mate. And I even tell my boys to wear jeans, mate. You know, like, they don't care about all that fancy, good-looking, fancy, colourful shit, man. Just good storylines. Get the crowd going, man, you know? Just need more people there. 40 or 50 or 60 that do come, they do have a ball, you know what I mean?
Okay, because I've seen you rock
Maybe because
orange
it's
tights.
cold, maybe pick up in summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get more of my workmates there. Don't need many.
Oh, it'll be a good time. You guys are killing it. Like I say, I dig the venue, and you can see the same people there. They know the storylines. They're chanting Birdman. They have their favorites.
We're starting to get, you know, movie stars like Johnny Boxer and movie directors, you know, we're starting getting a bit of a role, you know, and I don't plan these things. I don't plan nothing, mate. Just try to get the right people. Same with No Name, mate. You know, this young kid, 130 kilos, mate, you know what I mean? Oh, mate, this is so unprofessional. I've got to tell you, man. Can I tell you the shit, mate? There's stuff work coming, mate. They must probably close me down, mate. But it's like this, bro. The young kid is having a few beers before the show, mate. He's had about 4 or 5. I go, mate, have a few more, mate. I don't give a shit about your Aussies, your tea parties, mate. Do whatever you want. Mate, you end up having about 7 or 8, mate. We're going to have a simple match. I don't give a shit. And once we got up there, bro, he blew up like a balloon. He's going to have a heart attack, man. I made him keep going. Oh, mate, he's so good. Like, he put all this green stuff all over me. And so I script, mate. I go and pick up the microphone out of nowhere, man. He just does a roll up on me. I have to kick out, mate. It's like, it's not like, we're actually wrestling for real out there, brother. You know what I mean? We're just going out there just wrestling for real, mate. We got a script that we change it whenever we want. You know, we out-script each other. We listen to the fans, mate. We throw the script out the window half the time, mate.
So we're not looking at long-term booking here. If the fans want something on a certain night or it should go another way, it's going another way. There's no long-term plans. Tonight's the night.
Yeah, never know what's going to happen. Last show I booked 4 matches, didn't tell no one, but I had a Royal Rumble at the end. You know what I mean? No one knew, mate. It just happened, mate. Look at the time, mate. I couldn't believe it, mate. The first match went too long and the movie director's whinging because the bloke spent too much time running in and out of the ring, mate. Boring heat, mate. You know, that's the only thing, mate. I don't want that, mate. I don't want that in my show. I don't want people jumping in and out of the ring and fucking boring the fucking crowd. You get in there and fucking get it over and done with, mate. You know what I mean? That's cheap heat, mate. That's too old, mate. You know, there's some stuff from the 70s and 80s you've got to leave behind, mate. I like the 80s storylines, but more of the Mexican-paced wrestling, mate. That's what the fans want, mate. I'm listening to them, mate. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Got a bit of whinging about that, mate. Less time, you know. No need to spend 20 minutes, 10 minutes doing that shit. Take it down to a 10-minute match, mate. You know, don't bore the fans, mate. Get straight into it. But it's still a great match. It was unreal, mate. It was awesome, mate. He done a lot better than what I expected. He done some really good moves on me, mate, you know?
Yeah.
Gave me beautiful suplex, mate. But what
Talking about No Name, he hadn't been in the ring for quite a while, right? Like, talk about
10 years.
opportunities.
And where did No Name came from? I said, mate, what's your wrestling name? He goes, I haven't got a name. I said, well, sweet, mate, that's your name, No Name. And it works the chain, mate.
I love it. You got Fly Guy, you got No Name, you got Birdman. What a...
Midnight, no Black Light, Midnight, sorry, and I got Buzz.
Buzz nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, he was known as a Fly, but everyone's calling him Buzz.
Buzz it is, then. Buzz it is.
And you know, Buzz is meant to be a baby face, and I'm meant to be a baby face, and I've built the shit out of him anyhow, mate. I don't believe in baby face and heel. That's so backwards, mate. It's just not me, mate. And It's my federation, and I'm doing a whole new skill, mate. You know, a bit like Bruce Lee breaking away from the rest of the martial arts and doing his own thing. Well, Birdman, Picasso, APW, Australian Pro Wrestling, have got their own style, mate. So people got to realise that. And our style's a little bit more fitting and a little bit less script than most of the other people. And we don't care what the other people do. And good luck to the other people. You know, I hope you keep getting full venues. Sydney's a big place, and there's a lot more and more promotions. Good luck to you too, mate. I don't give a shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy doing what I'm doing, mate. You know, just blowing $2,000 a month to do what I can do is beautiful. And mate, people that want to talk about, if I don't get people at the door, how can I pay? Well, don't put a show in the first place, mate. Save up, do a show once a year, but mate, don't look like a dick. Pay everyone what you promise, mate, or let them know to begin with before they start. If you say, listen, mate, it's a door deal, depending how many people come, that's none of my business, fair enough. But don't promise people a wage depending on the door. That's bullshit, mate. I don't believe in that. So I had to speak out on that one.
Good. Phil Picasso knows how to treat the boys. Good. Because I think it's because he was one of the boys for many, 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 many years. So.
Mate, I cop so much shit. I'll still be curtain jerky, mate. They tried burying me, mate. The last 10, 20 years, mate. They really ripped Australian fans off big time, mate. And now they're all coming up, crawling up my bum, mate, because I'm making waves out there. And it looks like I've got a big wallet. It doesn't matter how many people come to the show, I just keep running, mate. You know what I mean? You can have your 3 or 4 shows a year. Birdman does a show every month, who's looking for more. As soon as I sell that house, mate, I'll be trying to run a show every weekend, man.
There you go. Try Phil Picasso, you idiots. I was researching you earlier. I was watching you on some TV show back in probably the year 2000 on Australian TV. And it was it wasn't a wrestling show. This was a talk show you were on. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, mate, I met people that have been on TV, wrestlers that have got a bit of a break in TV, and they go, you're the legend Birdman Picasso. And they're on mainstream TV doing some show which I don't want to announce, don't want to get myself in trouble. And I go, mate, I'm a nobody, you're on TV. And then I meet dicks that are nobody, and they say they've never heard of me. Mate, Google Phil Picasso, and about 100 pictures come up.
Yes, from years.
So from now on, anyone that says they've never heard of me, my respected brothers and sisters have told me it's all the two things. Either they know nothing at all about pro wrestling or they've been smart asses. Bury him. Block. You don't need that shit, man.
That's what I was going to say. If you don't know Phil Picasso, then you don't know your shit. You might want to get educated. You know what I mean? Phil Picasso is independent wrestling, man. Like, you're doing it your way, and you've done it your way for years. Give me a crazy road story, something from back in the day, a crazy story.
Well, what they're talking about on my way to Albury, the radiator of the truck was overheating. Because I've been driving trucks and setting up rings as well. It's all been a small group. And I took the cap off the radiator, and it was an old-fashioned truck with the radiators in the front, and all the hot water burned all my stomach. I had like second-degree burns.
Jesus.
And the fat cat of that company drove by. Yeah, you know. He rang up on the broadcast, Australian broadcast, but I still love him. He drove by, sucking his ice cream, licking his ice cream, laughing at me, mate. Absolutely laughing at me. And his excuse was that I was mucking around and he had to go to his schedule, mate. He had to get this show on the road, mate. Mate, I was on fire. It was like a highway to hell. And I used to come out the highway to hell too, mate. And of all things, my stomach was burned, mate. It was just red raw, man. And finally, I got my wits together. These born-again Christians, these good Christian people came back and gave me some water. I think God sent them. And I put a bit of water there. And then I drove the truck. It cooled down. I drove it to the next petrol station and jumped in the shower for about an hour to cool down, man. And then they made me wrestle and sit up the ring the next day. And then I had to drive the truck back. And it's about a 6-hour drive from Sydney, maybe 8 hours. I'm not too sure. It was Albury. And when I got back to Sydney, the fat cat, he asked me, not how my stomach was, if the truck went all right. And I went to the hospital. They just freaked out. They said, man, you should have come to hospital straight away. That's second-degree burn. Lucky I didn't get infected, mate. But that's old school, mate. I still love the bloke, you know what I mean? We've had the best matches. I mentioned his name. Love you, Mark Mercedes from the IWA. They're the ones that helped me out to begin with, mate. I wrestled for them for 15 years, mate. That's where it all started, IWA.
Things were
I knew these guys
back
before
then,
they started the promotion. Mark Mercedes and Tyron Townsend. Tyron Townsend is still one of my best mates. I talked to him the other day. He was the best man at my wedding, mate.
You guys
I know him all, mate. I know all the Australian friends. I was there from the beginning.
You guys were rocking and rolling in IWA. I've seen some footage. You were drawing crowds. It looked like you guys were having fun. What can you tell the folks about some of your IWA days?
Some of the best days of my life, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I remember doing the university show. I think it was in the city. No, it was at Randwick, mate. And there was about 400 or 500 people with Channel V taping it, mate. And I remember, mate, there's just electricity running through the building, mate. But also, I felt that same electricity with the AWS about a year ago when I won that hardcore belt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I miss it, bro. I won this belt in front of my dad, mate. You know,
Hell yeah.
the AWS especially. That's where it all started, mate. I went in there and I won the belt, but not only did I win the belt, and you know it, Nana, I kicked you out and kicked the AWS and took the venue off you, mate. You know what I mean? Sorry, I have to say it, mate.
But it's such a cool venue. I'm gonna put the venue over again. It's so cool. It gives.
I just need more people there, mate. Maybe in summertime, mate. We're slowly getting out there. Like, I've only done 4 or 5 shows. I've been doing this for a while, and most feds, when they start, they only get small crowds to begin with, then they slowly build up. You know what I mean? Slowly getting there. You got to get the word out, mate. Every day I'm trying. You know, every day I'm trying slowly get there. But I'm happy, mate. The boys know it's for them, mate. There's not even money-wise, just to get a crowd there so we get a bit more noise, make a few more people happy, you know? Get the word out there. Just look better.
I'm glad you're doing it, man, because I do. I really dig the footage. You've been kind enough to send me the footage to put on the channel.
I haven't got a problem on the net, mate. On the net, I'm killing it, mate. You know what I mean? Worldwide, APW, I reckon, would be the biggest known company in Australia at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, we're killing it, mate, with my storylines and my standing up for the boys, mate. You know what I mean? Like, I've stood up for everyone, mate. You can't get on a broadcast and just say what you want, mate, and bury the business, mate. You know what I mean? Like they did the other night, but I don't want to go there, mate. I'm a bit drunk, man, you know? Been a big week, mate. I've been working 16-hour shifts, mate. Between working, my posters, everything. You know, fans ring me up and they want to talk shit, mate. You know what I mean? They get banned from shows and they don't come to my shows. They want me to stand up for them, stand up against fat cats that actually buy tickets to come to my shows. Get real, mate. You know, get your shit together, mate. You know, I've got to look after the people that help me, not the people that don't, mate. No offence to anyone, mate. Not mentioning no names, but that's the way it is, mate. Wake up to yourself. Stop blaming everyone, mate.
For sure.
Other feds do whatever they want, you know. Just leave me alone, mate. I don't get involved in other feds' garbage, mate. They do whatever they want, mate. I call out individual wrestlers because what they've done to me in the ring in the past and their bullshit talk, which is fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, it's like I said, you did.
I love the Sydney scene. It's so real, mate. Yeah. It's so real, you know. Like, mate, I invite a bloke to my house. I feed him. I look after him, mate. I drive him down. I'll get him on the show, even though there's not many people. And he comes to my house. I don't want to mention his name. And he tells me he's a great golden glove, mate. It's a great golden glove, you know what I mean? And the bloke stiffed him, but he kept the peace. And I've done the same. I work for the same company. And the bloke turned around and said, if I gave him another chop, he's going to punch me. And I looked at the book and I said, I better keep to this fucking Tea Party script, you know what I mean? But he's telling me, and now he rubbished me. I'm going to his hometown and he's upset because he's been blackballed, because he treats people like shit, mate, you know what I mean? And I told him, mate, okay, mate, you talk about your golden glove, let's see how good you are. Punch the shit out of me. Oh, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I'm sick of hearing that shit, man. These guys ain't pro wrestlers, mate. You know, if you're a real wrestler. Can I go back to one of my old IWA stories, mate?
Hell yeah, have at it, please.
There's a guy I respect and love, and his name is Punisher Pickford, mate. And he's one of the first bloke I wrestled. And Animal Harper's taught me how to wrestle, and he taught me how to do, God bless Animal Harper's, top bloke, bro. I love that guy, mate. And then he taught me so much, mate, more than anyone else, mate. He taught me that that's the middle of the ring, you know you're right, you know what I mean? Feed with the left, lead with your right, mate. You know, he taught me so much, mate. And TNT, he taught me how to drop an elbow. I loved everyone, mate, you know. Anyhow, mate, you got my story. Yeah, anyhow, this Wayne Pickford, mate, old school, young boys, give him a little bit of punch, show him, mate. It's a little bit real, mate. And they're all whinging about him, mate. He works stiff. They started turning into a bit of a tea party. Anyhow, they weren't booking me. And when I went to the other school, Animal Harper's, IWA said, shit, we might lose this guy. Let's bring him over, mate. We'll put him on my show. So they gave me my show. The only thing is I had a bad knee because I'd done this leapfrog. Animal taught me how to do the leapfrog, but somehow it's just a bit of a mishap. You know, not hitting me. I come down with a straight leg. Mate, when you jump, bend your knees when you land. Not done a bit of a crucial ligament. Anyhow, I strapped it up and I'm going to have a fight with this guy. And they told me he's stiff. So I go out there with this bad knee. And first thing I go out there, whack, he just stiffed me. Punched me in the head. I dropped there. He picks me up. Oh, how you going, old chap? You all right, old chap? Bang! He stiffed me again. You know what I done, bro?
What'd you do?
King hit him. Hit him as hard as I could, mate. Send him flying, mate. And you know what? We became best of mates and had the best matches, mate. Hey, the next 10 years,
yeah,
I love you, mate. Miss you, won't think, but those are the days, mate. Those are the IWA days. The Chief, man. This big Fijian guy, mate, used to knock out my teeth, man. He was unreal, mate. 7 foot thunder, mate. He's 7 foot tall, 3 foot wide, mate. Massive, mate. Set me up for a power bomb, and I only tried power bomb at training, and I even hurt my neck on the mattress, mate. And he set me up for this power bomb, like he had me beat. I couldn't beat him, and he hooked me up for this power bomb. I didn't want to go, man, but he was just outstretched me for this power bomb. And I just remember, and you know, it might sound gay, but it's all right to be gay. It's Mary, and I brought my face up to his to kiss him, man, to kiss him, because I knew if I held my head up tight, I was going to save my back, man. 800 people at Shell Harbour. This would have been about year 2000. I'm going nuts, man. And he gave me this power bomb. And the booker pulled us back because he thought it was a shit match, but the crowd loved it. And I had a wrestler many years later. I said, mate, that match is what made me into a wrestler. Mate, a lot of these fat cats have got no idea, mate. I'm only starting. I'll get there, bro. I'll get there.
Damn right. You was turning heads back in IWA. You definitely influenced the generation.
Mate, I'm turning heads with APW, mate. Man, who sees a bloke getting a garbage bin hit, smashing himself over the head, busting his head open? See, I still got the scar there, man. Hey, I still got the scar there. It was bleeding everywhere, but I just came up and just kept my head up, mate. But I shouldn't have drank alcohol because it thinned out the blood. But I just let it all scabbed up, you know, for the next 20 hours. No super glue, didn't worry about that. Just let it all scabbed up. And then I was going to go to work the next night, which I did. And I had a shower and I poured some Benadine over it. And look, good blood, mate. No diabetes in this guy. Sugar level right, man.
Creating magic down at that place. Sydney, Australia.
Those 2 drinks, man. And I think that Birdman might have slipped me something, man. Hey, mate, I might need to wrap this up soon because I'm going to pass out, man. I've got to get back to my stories, Luke. It's Louis, Spooky Luke. Sorry, man, I'm drunk, bro.
Hell yeah. We appreciate that.
Don't edit this, please. Put it all in there, mate. Put the drunkenness, mate, because that's ABW, mate. The Sex Pistols of wrestling, mate. Anarchy, mate. Cause a riot, man. I love our shows. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's like this, bro. I already have to sit next to my fans, and the next minute, that buzz got closed on down the ring, man. And I just went up and just punched him in the head, man. Actually busted my knuckle on the man.
Jesus Christ.
And the fans know, man. The fans know that we're not following no script. That's my angle, mate. That's my angle, brother. That's what we're about, mate. Wrestling from the heart, trying to give you what you want, man. We don't know. We don't follow a script. You, the fans, you tell us what to do, mate.
Wrestling from the heart with Phil Picasso and the crew in APW. I love it. I can't wait to see
I love
what you guys got in
APW, mate.
store.
I got your back, boys, mate. No, you stand up for yourself, mate. You don't cop no shit, mate. My crew, the ones in my chat room, they're there for life, mate. They're the ones that helped me start, mate. I don't forget the people that helped me out there. I don't burn it, mate. I'm not like other fat cats, man. You know what I mean? You don't have to appreciate me, APW brothers and sisters, because I appreciate you, man.
Damn, yeah, and you can tell. Like I say, you got a good crew around you. It's good shit.
I'm so proud of them. They make me cry, mate. I've never seen these guys wrestle so well, mate. Yeah, I can't believe it, mate. I'm such a lucky man, mate. I know a lot of people rubbish me. People think I hate fans. People think I hate this, I hate that. They can think what they know, what they want, man. It's slowly working, mate. I'm getting bigger views. Slowly getting more fans coming, mate, you know. People started wondering what this APW is about. Man, you know, like, you got buzz, you got, mate, you're the same guys. The fans get to know them, get to love them. I'm staying up all night, making videos about them, trying to push them, make them into characters, mate. Everyone's happy, mate. I don't forget no one. Love yous all, mate. Ring announcers, Golden Shoes, Jess, Buzz, Jack, Big Bruiser, Colt, Dane Raj, Dallas. Love yous all, man. You mad pirate, mate. Love all at war, mate. I haven't even met him, mate, but all I feel is love, mate. That video, that reel, go and check it out. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen, mate. It comes from their heart, mate. You know what I mean? Respect, mate. I've been treated like shit for so long, brother. You know, all these guys just treated me well, man. You know, it sort of brings a tear to my eye, mate.
You're getting your due, man. I'm so about it. I am so about Phil Picasso finally getting his fucking due. I'll fucking sing your fucking praises. It's awesome. It's good. It's the good shit. You deserve it, man. You really do. You've been killing it for years.
That's not about me, mate. I've got a young group of boys, man. I'm telling you, APW brothers and sisters, I'm doing it for you, mate. I'm old. I'm ready to retire, mate. I want to make baby Birdmans. I want to teach my stuff to everyone, man. You know what I mean? It's
Yup.
out there, mate. Do what you want. If you don't want to learn it, don't learn it, mate. But I've got my crew, mate. Everyone else, just leave me alone and do what you want, mate. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I lie. It's me picking on you, mate. You know what I mean?
You're leaving your mark.
But once I've taken interest to see what's really happening out there, it's worse than what I thought it was, man. I need to change things, man. I need another drink. Is the hour nearly up? I've got to get back to my stories, brother.
Phil Picasso got to make his Facebook reels. Follow Phil Picasso on Facebook. Look him up. Check out these reels. We can't thank you enough, Phil. It's been another awesome interview. Before you go, I just want to recommend in the future, I think an on-curring segment should be Dr. Phil Picasso.
Thank you.
Once again, champion, the man, Birdman, Phil Picasso.
Hardcore champ.
Hardcore champion, by God. Check out some
I didn't
APW.
like hardcore. I haven't done hardcore, but, the gun asked me, do you like hardcore? And I got a taster and I love it, man. I love the bins. I love the weapons, mate. You know what I mean? Hardcore, mate, for APW, mate. Hey, beautiful, bro. Hey. Got a good hardcore champ, strong-looking lad. Got a good APW champ, Bruiser, mate. That bloke, everyone loves the hate, mate. And I've got a kick-ass APW women's champ, mate, Nikki Petit.
You're doing good, Phil Picasso. To my listeners, live your
Thank
dreams.
you, man.
Treat each other kindly, and you might be up at 7:48 in the morning talking to an Australian legend one day. Phil Picasso, we wish you the best. We'll be watching APW and War and everywhere in between you showing up. We love you, Birdman. We're out of here.
There you go. The punch you
The boys from Melbourne, mate. Come on, man. Oh, come on, man. Get up.
Oh no, he lost his brain cells on him.
Where's that chicken George? Where's the chicken George? How are you? Thank you, brother. You helped me. You got it. You helped me with that bill up the North Coast, and now we're heading down Wollongong. 21st of April, actually, mate. Illawarra Release Club. Sister of the best. Well, I am the best all-star wrestler. That belt will be mine.
You know, it's not really the belt I really want, Milky Bar. You know, they don't understand this watermelon belt pinned everywhere. It's a hardcore belt I want. And you know what, mate? You cheated, man. It's a hardcore belt, mate. You meant to hit me with weapons, not just some schoolboys. It's not a technical match. It's not for the heavyweight champ. It's for the hardcore belt. And people know hardcore belt, Aussie Biff, chairs, tables, mate. It's an APW show. And you know what, bro? Stuff your watermelon belt. You know what, mate? I want that real belt. I want this one here. That's one here. You know, I've got off you while you're on the ground, man. How's it feel like being on the ground, you piece of dirt? You know, you got to learn. You got to learn. There he is. Film him. There he is. Half dead here, mate. Maybe you want a watermelon here. Have the watermelon build you. And you know what, mate? Film that, man. Film that, man. I'm losing my balance here. Film that, mate. This is Milky Bar. Milky Bars are on me, brother. And you know what, mate? Next Saturday, 17th of June, I think. Yeah, that's right, mate. Why are you doing too many fat burners? This belt's going to be mine, man. And you know what, mate? Before I take the belt off you, you piece of dirt, you know, you got to learn. You got to learn what it takes to be a champion, mate. Your chest is going to be bleeding. Your nose is going to be broken. 480, Forest Road, Bexley. Doors open 6:30. It's not a wrestling show. It's a mad party.
Can we maybe talk to the IWA boys then?
That's what I thought. Yeah, get them up.
How
They're
about,
playing cards.
okay, come over here, boys. We have some very special guests in the house right now from the best ever Australian Wrestling Federation. I'm talking about my main man, Big Phil Picasso, and a strange character, Andy Bumthorne. Please make your way to the main event stage area, boys. Come on. Look at this guy, mate. He's got a problem. Mr. Bumthorne. Now, I've got... Oh, what's going on? It's a bit early for...
Lily Waterman! I'm the second down the cowboy of Monday, Michael Edgar! I'm rock hard! I'm playing the model! I'm Big Phil Picasso! And that, I don't know what it is. Andy, you must be disgusted with you. Our Spade is still the same blouse as him.
I don't know, mate. I just don't know what he's doing in the studio. But I got to say, IWA Wrestling, it is the hottest thing going around right now. We've managed to go to quite a few events. And, of course, coming soon, this week, I believe.
Yeah, tomorrow, DYRSL Club, Pittwater Road.
Pittwater Road?
Yeah, 4 p.m, so get there about 3:30.
That's tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
And, of course,
match.
what's happening tomorrow then, Big Phil? Or Andy?
Tomorrow I'm going to be getting him, Big Phil, in the ring. Because everybody at the whole show, the whole of the world, is horny for the Bumthorny. Yeah, right. And you see, there's a lot of things going on, especially since I pulled my groin muscle. I've not been having much luck to do with things. You think that's funny, do you? You didn't even have a groin to pull, I'm afraid, you know. So I mean, you know, starting off liking men, liking women, liking both, you know, whatever. So yeah. Anyway.
Well, you're taking on Big Phil tomorrow, right? Is that right? Hopefully.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm afraid, you know, it's going to be a short match because,
And it's me that be slapping you around the ring, not you slapping me around the ring.
So that's tomorrow at...
Either way, I'll have some fun in the ring with him.
I know I've heard you're renowned for a bit of good ring action. Now, of course, we're talking tomorrow at DYRSL. What are you talking about? 4 o'clock, you're saying. We'll bring up the details on screen one more time. There we go. Can you read this out for us, Andy, in your beautiful speaking voice? DYRSL Club, 2 p.m. it says there, so get there early. It's always sellouts. DY is the hot place to do it.
DY is a great venue. Lots of men there. DY is great. It's near Manly, lots of beach, lots of people. There's clothing around the area.
Nice, cool. And of course, we have Central Coast Leagues Club next week.
Central Coast Police Club, any of you guys watching up there. I love the kids. I love Central Coast Police Club. Unreal venue. Last time I was up there, I had a hardcore match with that fat Burger King Mark Mercedes.
Yeah, what is that, mate? You better teach him a lesson. I never forget my most glorious, you can hold that, brother, my most glorious time in pro wrestling when I've been watching it since I was a kid, and the day Big Phil walked out with the Undertaker t-shirt on, brother, you almost made me cry. Almost made me cry, mate. You're a working, moving piece of art, my friend.
Ash, you're one of my favourite fans, mate. But why invite this bloke here? Why?
Well, he invited himself, man. Oh.
Ooh, thank you.
I think you two guys better just calm down, and tomorrow you'll be dishing it out at DYRSL. I think there might be a bit of a lovers tip going on here. Maybe you guys can sort that out really soon, but don't forget, tomorrow IWA Wrestling, DYRSL, I don't know what you can do about it, man. I don't know what you can do.
I'm just on a winning streak here. That's just actually quite the fact. I don't think you can beat me. What's with the little thing on your head? Is that how big it is, really, eh?
It's a piece of art, Paul, and that's what that is. IWA Wrestling, 2 o'clock tomorrow, DYRSL. We'll put the dates back on screen because Central Coast as well next week, which is the 14th, Friday. You're going to go to that, H-Bomb?
I'll see how I go.
I'll take you up there. We might stay a night in your hotel up there. What do you reckon? St. George.
Make your pay.
If Patrick's coming too. St. George Basin Country Club and Shell Harbour Workers Club. You love Shell Harbour?
Plenty of kids down those way, plenty of kids, love the kids.
Kids stacked to Big Phil and Andy Bumthorne. Let me tell you, these guys are dangerous. This is a big matchup tomorrow. Apparently, a big heart.
He says he loves the kids. At least I don't like kids and I like adults instead.
Oh, that's enough of that, mate. That is enough of that. That is tomorrow's DYRSL. 2 p.m. it all starts. You just mind yourself with that chair. I don't know what's going on here. Get in early because that always sells out. I don't know what he's doing, Big Phil. Working piece of art, this guy. IWA Wrestling, the best wrestling in Australia for sure.
We saw these guys. I saw both of these
Hang
guys.
around the wrong crowd, mate. Hang around Oxford Street, going to those dance parties. Look, Andy,
You've got to straighten yourself out, mate.
Yeah, make your mum happy. Come back to training, mate. Give up this funny look, Andy, you know? It's just not wrestling.
My
What's he got
mummy's
to
pretty
say?
happy.
How about, what, we're going to sort it out
Funny
tomorrow?
look, I don't think it looks funny. I think it looks beautiful, mate.
Yeah, that's
Look at those.
questionable,
Look at those.
mate.
Look.
Just hit him.
Actually, if you have a look at this.
Hit him.
Oh, look. You're
Straight
matching
into
it, Matt. You're
Oh,
matching
yeah, brother. You got some style now. I like this guy. IWA Wrestling tomorrow at DYRSL 2 p.m. You better sort yourself out. Better get in there very early because it's always going to be...
It felt
packed
pretty
out.
good, actually.
Oh, what's going on here? IWA, one more time, the date's up on screen. IWA, upcoming shows. Beautiful stuff in April. Thanks very much, guys, from the IWA. Sunday tomorrow, DYRSL is what it's all about. H-Bomb and Happy, what are we
I
doing
am in now? the mood for some blues. For dancing. For some dancing, anyway. We're filming clips. I feel